Hi everybody, happy Monday. Welcome back to Kathy's Craft Room. Today I'm going to show you guys something. It's definitely not 100% Stampin' Up. It's for my kids, so I tend not to use all of my Stampin' Up product on them, but it has a little bit of Stampin' Up stuff, and I kind of want to show you what it is. And it's this little box here, and then the stamp says good luck on the test. I am going to attach these to a pair of pants that say Smarty Pants on them. So this is just a little box to put them in, and the stamp that I'm using is actually from, you can't get them anymore, but they're from my pink stamper. She used to have these stamps, and there was a whole kit of like lunchbox stuff. So this is the one that says good luck on the test. That's what I'm going to use today, and I'm using just regular 8.5 by 11 paper that I had in my stash, so I'm not really sure what brand it is, but here are 8 of them, and I need to make 18, so I have 10 more to go. So let me show you kind of how to make that, and then inside of them are Smarties. So I have 4 Smarties candies in each of these little containers here. So the first thing that I did is I took a regular piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. And this is like a minty looking color. And I am going to first cut it at 4 1/4 long ways. So I have, it's 8.5, and I need each one to be 4 1/4. So I am just lining this up. I know you probably can't see that in the camera, but this is lined up at 4 1/2. And then I'm going to cut that. I have candy all over my desk here. Alright, let's move this up a little bit. Okay, so that was just at 4 1/4. I'm sorry, it's 4 1/4, not 4 1/2. So those are each 4 1/2. And then I'm going to cut it one more time at 5 inches. So there's 5 inches here. So you get 4 out of every piece of cardstock here. And I need 10 more of these. So I'm just going to do a couple of them. I do try to do a bunch at one time. That way I can get a bunch done on here. So there we go. So now we have 4 pieces of cardstock that is 5 inches tall and 4 1/4 on the top. Okay. And then I'm going to take my, some things are Stampin' Up. Taking my, what is this called? Scoreboard? Simply Scored scoreboard here. And I am going to put my piece of paper in here and my stylus. And I'm going to score at 1 inch, 2 inches, 3 inches, and 4 inches. So that just leaves my little 1/4 of an inch here. And then I'm going to flip it. So that was the tall way. That was the 5 inch way. And then I flip it the long way. And I score it at 1 inch and 4 inches. Oops, sorry about that. And 4 inches. So the whole purpose here is just, it's pretty much a 1 inch box. For that. So I do have a couple of them to do, so I'm just going to show you again. 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inches, 4 inches, flip it, 1 inch and 4 inches, okay? And I do want to kind of show you that you can do a bunch at one time. Because these are for little kids, it's not, that's why I'm not using my super expensive cardstock or my really nice thick cardstock. Because the kids are pretty much just going to tear these open. So it's more of a vessel to get them to school. So one last one. Score at 1 inch, at 2 inches, 3 inches, 4 inches. Flip it. Score it at 1 inch and 4 inches. Okay? Alright, so then we're going to put our Simply Scored away. Okay, and then this is what we're left with. I am going to go ahead and stamp it now. And I'm using the Mint Macaron color, which is an in color, because it kind of matches the mint. And I'm only going to stamp it a couple of different times. So I'm going to stamp it just on here. Good, and it says good luck on your test. And I want it to say it on all 4 sides. So I'm going to stamp them. And let's go ahead and do all of the stamping here. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. You know, I'm just trying to get some of these done, you know, for the kids, because they really enjoy them. And I like making them. for them for some testing that they have done, that they're going to be coming up next week. In Florida, we have third graders have big tests that they have to take that are really important to, you know, them moving on to the next grade. So now we have all of our stamping done. Fantastic. And now we need to do some cutting. All right. So we're going to flip it over. And then on the back, you're going to see, and you can use any scissors that you have. I'm going to use these, and you're going to snip that little edge piece completely off because we don't need it. Okay, and the same thing on the other side. Snip it completely off. Okay, so that's what we're left with, that right there. And then we're just going to go up each of these, only to the score line. Because this is our box, so these are our little tags on the top of our boxes for that. So we're going to snip them, snip them, snip them. Okay, so now that we have all that done, definitely want to fold them. Get all of our score lines done. Probably should do this before you do all the cutting, just to have it. Okay? All right, so this is the box that we have. And now we're going to take some score tape or tear and tape or any other sort of adhesive. I definitely suggest some sort of score tape, only because boxes go through a lot of wear and tear, you know, as kids play with them, as they get, you know, tossed around. So this tape holds super strong. So once you have your score tape, it's just at the top little tab. You take it, you fold it over, then you take your top part and fold it down on top of it. And it automatically lines up because it's a square box, or it's a little square like that. So then you're left with two little ends. You have little flappies on the top and the bottom. So I want to close my box, so I'm going to go ahead and put another piece of score tape on the end here. And then take that off. I only need to put one piece because this stuff is pretty strong. And so that's going to close the box here. And then this box, because it's 1 inch squared, holds 4 Smarties. So I'm going to go ahead and put the 4 Smarties in here. All right, smush those down. And then I'm going to close it. So you could make these boxes reopenable by using something a little less strong. I know the kids are just going to tear them open to get to the candy inside of them. So I'm just going to go ahead and close them. So then we put another piece of score tape there and we close it. And this is really good. It's like called I think it's called a lipstick box is the type of box it is. It's pretty much just a square box, and it stays closed. And oh, look at that. That is something that you need to make sure that you do not fold on that, and make sure that when you're folding them in, let me show you with another box, kind of what I'm talking about. Because you don't, even though this is like this, the candy's still not going to come out. But you definitely want to make sure that your box is nice and secure. So I'm going to show you real quick on another one how you're supposed to do the ends. We're going to go back to the cutting again. We're going to snip off the end here. All right, then we're going to snip off the other end as well. Okay, and then we're going to go up all of these. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then we need our score tape to go here. So there's our tape. Fold it up, fold it down. Same process as before. Okay, so when you get to the ends, you don't want, what you want to do, or what you don't want to do. If you go like that, that is the best way to do it. So put both of the ends together, like that, and then both of the ends over. So when you put it down, it's not pulling on the top parts. When you alternate them, it could create kind of an edge that, you know, could pop up. You don't want that. Again, not that your candy will fall out. It just makes it hold a lot better when they're like that. See, now you don't have any edges popping up on that. So that's how you should close your ends on them. Sorry, I showed you one that I closed them incorrectly. This is how you do it the correct way, or the more correct way. Yeah, the more correct way. So again, same over and then over like that. That way it's nice and secure. And then put some score tape on them and close. And there we go. Much, much, much better. Nice and secure on there. So I have 10. This is how many I've made so far. And I need to make 8 more for my son's class. And again, I will put, if you can imagine, I haven't done it yet, and I'm sorry I don't have to show you, but I will be putting a pair of pants. It's going to be the same size, so it's going to be the whole side of it, and it's going to say Smarty Pants on it, and I'll be attaching it to that. So that's what I'm working on right now. In a later project, I will go ahead and take a picture of it all complete with the Smarty Pants on top of it. But you could definitely use these little boxes pretty much for any simple candy. It's a good transport mechanism, and nice and stacked up, and I have a bunch more to make. So that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks so much for watching. You have a great day. Bye.